Shane here from Shane Warren Fitness, going to show you an elevated pigeon stretch. So this is stretch number 2 in a series of 3 exercises that I like to do to open up the hip, in particular the hip flexor. So the first exercise we went through was the couch stretch. We're now going to do elevated pigeon stretch. So the couch stretch opens up the quad. This pigeon stretch is going to release our glutes, which means all the major muscles around our hip have been stretched and released a little bit. Then we're going to get into probably the most important one, which is the banded hip distraction. So, which is going to focus specifically on our hip flexors, but once the bigger muscles have been released. So here is the elevated pigeon stretch. I'm using just a bench. You can use a box, you can use whatever you want, whatever's at hand. I've used a bench because everyone's probably got access to a bench. All we're going to do is stand behind the bench, and one leg at a time, you're just going to put your shin, your lower leg, at 90 degrees. So you're going to sit at 90 degrees to the bench, put your shin along the bench, and take your weight on your arms. Then all you're going to do to stretch the glute on this raised leg, literally you're just going to lower your hips. So you want to make sure your hands are there so you don't go too far, and literally just go down until you feel that stretch in the glute, and you will feel a really big stretch in the glute. The other thing you want to make sure that you're doing is that back leg is actually back. So if you're too far forward, you're not going to get that stretch. So that back leg goes back, and then you just gradually just let your hips drop, then you'll feel that stretch in your glute. Just sit here for about 20 to 30 seconds, or if you like it, just sit here for as long as you want. Just getting a stretch through that glute, in particular the glute med is the outside part of your glute. And this is your elevated pigeon stretch.